Dear students, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to study about pedagogic analysis. Pedagogue, the term that is derived from two Greek words, pedos and agagos. Pedos means boy. Agagos meaning guide. Together it connotes a teacher. So it is related to teaching. Pedagogy, that is related to teaching. Pedagogy is the science and art of education. It is the science and art of teaching also. As it is connected to education, it is related to teaching. It is the study of being a teacher. This term generally refers to strategies of instruction or style of instruction. How to instruct, how to give guidance to others, how simply we can transact the contents. That all the main aims of pedagogy. According to Webster's dictionary, pedagogy means the art or profession of teaching. What is pedagogic analysis? It is the process of breaking or separating a thing into its smaller parts, elements or constituents. For example, the pedagogy of 9th standard. There is the entire textbook. While we fragment it to different contents, different parts, it is pedagogic analysis. Process of breaking or separating a thing into its smaller parts. While we make it to parts and parts, we can see a lot of units there. Each unit we can examine, how many units are there in 9th standard textbook? You go and search it and divide each unit, and in one unit itself a lot of 3 or 4 lessons may be there, and that lesson also maybe prose there, then poem may be there, or some other items may be there. So we can part and part it. We can break the contents of the course in a subject into its various constituents, major and minor sections, subsections, units and subunits, major concepts and minor concepts, topics, etc. By carrying out a process of content analysis, the analysis of all these things, that is actually content analysis. Pedagogic analysis means the logical and systematical breaking up of the curriculum from the point of view of pedagogue for the purpose of its effective transaction. The logical and systematical breaking up of the curriculum from the point of view of a pedagogue. Pedagogue means teacher, for the purpose of its effective transaction. Suppose you have no idea about what all items are there, what all contents are there, what all topics are there, units are there, subunits are there, subsections or topics are there. A teacher in 9th standard cannot teach in it the proper way. The proper teaching is possible only when he or she have a deep knowledge, peripheral knowledge, almost the entire knowledge about that total content. Then only the teacher can teach in that right way. So, for this purpose, pedagogic analysis is doing. Have you got it? Next, while coming to the objectives of pedagogic analysis, there are different objectives are there. To analyze the curricular content into meaningful components. That is the first and important thing, meaningful components. While we part or segment it, it should be in a meaningful way, meaningful components. The most simple and most basic meaningful content. To anticipate comprehensive instructional objectives. Why this lesson or why this topic is instructed to students. This is called instructional objectives. Now at times it is called curricular objectives, COs. You can see some COs in your teacher text. That means source book. You can see COs, curricular objectives. To identify the prerequisites in the curricular area. What is prerequisites? While teach a new topic, what at present the student know, that is prerequisite. What at present the student know about that topic. We can teach a new content on the basis of the existing knowledge. So the existing knowledge, that is the prerequisite. It is very important to design appropriate objective-based learning experiences for different stages and contexts. Learning experiences for the appropriate objective-based learning experiences, we should have thorough knowledge in the content analysis. To anticipate strategies for continuous and comprehensive evaluation, that CCE, continuous and comprehensive evaluation. To evaluate the students properly, we need a pedagogic analysis. So these are the objectives of pedagogic analysis. Don't forget it. And what are the elements of pedagogical analysis? We can see the important elements. Framing of BO. Objectives. Then content analysis. The content analysis is possible only after pedagogic analysis. Pedagogic analysis means the entire analysis of the 9th standard textbook. Pedagogic analysis of the 9th standard text means the entire analysis of 9th standard. In order to do the pedagogic analysis, we want to compartment or we want to part different sections, first unit or second unit. That is really content analysis. The base of content analysis, that is formed from the pedagogic analysis. So pedagogic analysis is the first part. Then selection of teaching methods, what methods we want to follow. In the last unit we studied a lot of teaching methods. So what methods we want to select? It is based on the pedagogic analysis. Selection of evaluation devices, what kind of evaluation we need. Such and such important things. Elements of pedagogical analysis. Basic objectives, framing of basic objectives, first one. Content analysis, selection of teaching methods, selection of evaluation devices. Next to the steps of pedagogical analysis. First one, divide the contents of the selected unit into suitable subunits and arrange the selected subunits into number of required periods. That's the first one. Second one, briefly write the essence of the content of the selected subunit. What is the essence of the content? Third one, write appropriate previous knowledge required for the subunit. Previous knowledge is very important. We can build the new knowledge only on the previous knowledge. Write appropriate instructional objectives to the selected for the subunit. What is the instructional objectives? Why this topic or unit is taught to the students? That is the instructional objectives. Select the appropriate teaching strategies for the subunit according to the following instruction. What are the instructions? Write the name of the method applied. What is the method we applied? Mention the teaching aids required. What kind of teaching aids required? Briefly illustrate the necessary demonstration and experimentation required. What demonstration, what experiments, etc. Mention the necessary board work required. Blackboard works. What all things we have to mention in the blackboard. Write probing questions related to the subunit. What all questions needed? What kind of questions we can ask to the students, and provide appropriate answers for them. Prepare a worksheet for the subunit. All these things are very important. Select appropriate teaching strategies for the subunit according to the following instruction. According to the following instruction, we should select the subunits or teaching strategies. Okay. Then, and last, while we come to the last, steps of pedagogic analysis. The sixth one is give suitable examples or illustrations for the subunit. Give suitable examples or illustrations for subunits. Prepare a table of specification for the subunit. What is table of specification? Specification. Curricular objectives, COs are there. Whether these COs achieved or not by the students. The students will react in this way or that way. According to their reaction or specification, we can understand whether the student achieved or not the curricular objectives. So specification means the reactions or responses from the part of students, whether they have achieved the curricular objectives or instructional objectives. So prepare a table of specification. What all specifications may be from the part of students will achieve these curricular objectives. You just note it. Evaluation. Write at least 6 criteria reference text items, each with the specific criteria of the subunit. How to conduct a test based on this content or like that. That is the evaluation. So, and at last we can come to the advantages of pedagogic analysis. Teacher can take steps to motivate students. That's the first one. Second one, it helps the teacher to adopt learner-centered instruction. Learner-centered instruction. That is constructivism. You know, the speciality of constructivism is learner-centered, not teacher-centered. It helps the teacher to adopt learner-centered instruction. It makes the instructional program more systematic and content appropriate. It helps the teacher to design a plan of action for immediate feedback, diagnosis and remediation. It helps the teacher to implement proper evaluation procedure. So that's all about the pedagogic analysis. For your examination, questions may be from pedagogic analysis. So that's all. Thank you.